Hello everyone. A few comments is from beginners saying they don't understand. So today, I'm posting a slower and more detailed tutorial. To help beginner sisters learn more experienced crocheters can skip this video. This video is specially made for absolute beginners with zero foundation. We're using soft milk cotton yarn and a 3.5mm crochet hook. Whether you're making the rose version or the colorful pattern, the main part of the blanket is the same. So let's first learn how to crochet the main body of the blanket. First, hold out your hand. Wrap the yarn around your fingers once, pinch the crossover point. This is called the magic ring or adjustable ring. Now you've got a ring in your hand. Insert your hook and pull the yarn through the loop. Note that the hook is in front of the yarn. We yarn over like this, wrap it around, and pull it through the loop. That's your first chain stitch. Let's make one more. Yarn over again, and pull through the loop. Now we have to chain stitches. For my pattern, these don't count as actual stitches. We're just creating some height. This is called a turning chain. For the first round, we need to make 12 double crochet stitches. Let's learn how to make a double crochet DC. Yarn over like this. Then insert your hook into the magic ring, slide it in smoothly, pull the yarn through the ring. Now, you should have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over again. Pull through the first 2 loops. Yarn over again. Pull through the remaining 2 loops. That's 1 double crochet. It creates a little V shape. Right here, that's your stitch. You can place a stitch marker here. This is your first stitch. Okay, let's continue with the second double crochet. Yarn over, insert into the ring, pull the yarn through. With 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2. Yarn over again, pull through the last 2. Now look. Here you can see the second V shape appear. That's your second stitch. Each stitch will look like a V. Okay, just like that. Now we've done 2 stitches. You only need to do 10 more on your own. Watch again. Yarn over and insert your hook. Pull the yarn through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. Yarn over again. Pull through the last 2 loops. So simple. Here's the third V. Just like that. Yep, go ahead and crochet 12 in total. The yarn tail can be tightened as you go. It's a slip knot, so it will close up. Just keep crocheting. Take your time. Most of the blanket uses this double crochet stitch. So once you learn this stitch, you've got it. Once you've finished all 12, let's do a quick check. Each V counts as 1 stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The stitch marker is right here. Now that we've finished all 12, just pull the yarn tail to tighten the ring. Close it as tightly as possible. Then remove the stitch marker. That was the first stitch. Place the marker back on. The marker is just to help identify the first stitch more easily. Insert the hook here. Go through the entire top of the stitch like this. Then pull the yarn through and pull it through the loop. Tighten it up nice and snug. This is a slip stitch. It's not counted as a regular stitch. Tighten everything up again to make the center even smaller. Now we've finished our first round. At the end of every round, we'll always join with the first stitch using a slip stitch. The slip stitch is used just to connect, it's not an actual stitch. At the end of every round, always connect to the first stitch using a slip stitch. Now let's start the second round. After the slip stitch, we'll chain 2 again. This will act as our turning chain. 1. There, 2 chains. Now, round 2 will be an increase round with 12 double crochets. An increase means you crochet 2 stitches into the same stitch. That's what we call an increase. Normally, we place 1 stitch into each stitch, but now we're placing 2, so it's called an increase. All right, now let's begin. Yarn over and go into the first stitch, the one where we slip stitched. Make sure you insert under both loops of the V. Get the full V on your hook. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over again. Pull through 2 loops, yarn over again, pull through 2 loops. That's your first double crochet. Now don't forget to place your stitch marker here. Otherwise, it's easy to get confused. Some people might think the bottom chains are part of the stitch. Count, so mark this stitch. Now in the same stitch, let's make the second double crochet. That's what we call an increased 2 stitches in 1. And yes, we're still using double crochet throughout. Now we've finished the first increase group. After each increase set, we make 1 chain stitch. Like this. To create a space between the next increase group, after making 1 chain stitch, we move on to the next stitch and work another increase group. Make sure you go under both loops of the V again. Yarn over and pull through. Now crochet 1 double crochet, and in the same stitch, crochet another double crochet. That's what makes it an increase. So now we've done our second double crochet increase. And again, we make 1 chain stitch after that. Then move on to the next stitch and repeat the process. There shouldn't be any problem with this step. right? You've already learned how to make double crochet, so increasing should be easy too. And we've been practicing chain stitches from the beginning, so there shouldn't be any issue now. Everyone, go ahead and try it yourself. Just remember, every time you finish an increase group, you must make one chain stitch. Don't forget this step. It's super important. Now we're at the last stitch of the round. Make one increase group in this stitch. And just like before, finish with one chain stitch. Now remove the stitch marker from the first stitch. We're going to connect it with a slip stitch. Here's the stitch we're going into. Same one as before. Yarn over, pull through, and then pull through again. Remember to tighten it up a bit. This slip stitch should be nice and snug, so you won't mistake it for a regular stitch later. All right then. Straighten it out nicely. Now, that finishes our second round. We start the next one with 2 chain stitches. 1, 2, and now we begin round 3. For round 3, the first stitch gets just 1 double crochet. Beginners, feel free to place a stitch marker here. I won't use one this time. Then in the second stitch, we work a double crochet increase 2 in the same stitch. 1 pass, 2 passes, and again, finish with 1 chain stitch. That completes 1 group. Now we repeat this pattern 12 times total. That was the first group. Now, as we go on, we'll come across the chain stitches we made before. Don't crochet into those. We're only working on top of the double crochets from the last round, so we'll be working into the double crochets here. Let's do another group. 1 double crochet. Then, in the next stitch, a double crochet increase. Finish with a chain stitch. That's our second group. Now go ahead and repeat on your own. You still have 10 more groups to do. Remember, always crochet into the double crochets. Now we've reached the final group, 1 double crochet. And in the last stitch, a double crochet increase. Then add 1 chain stitch. Now connect to the first stitch with a slip stitch. Tighten it. And that's the end of round 3. Let's chain 2 stitches to start again. Now we're starting round 4. Again, we begin in the first stitch, right where we did the slip stitch. Work 1 double crochet in that first stitch. Beginners, remember to place a stitch marker. Then move on to the second stitch. Make a double crochet. So now we've made 2 double crochets in a row. 1 in the first stitch and 1 in the second stitch. Now move on to the third stitch, which is actually the last stitch of the previous group. In the third stitch, make a double crochet increase, 1 double crochet, and then another in the same stitch. Then add 1 chain stitch. That's the pattern for round 4. 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet increase, and a chain stitch. This part shouldn't be a problem. If we look at it broken down, you'll see it's divided into 12 sections. That means 12 repeated patterns. In the last round, we did 1 double crochet, 1 increase. So that gave us a total of 3 stitches per group. Now this round becomes 2 double crochets, 1 increase. Just follow the previous stitches. Double crochet where there's a double crochet. And when you reach the last stitch of the group, do an increase. That's how our blanket expands evenly. Let's demonstrate the second group again. 1 double crochet. Next stitch, 1 more double crochet. Then, in the last stitch, make a double crochet increase. After that, make 1 chain stitch. That's the second group. There are still 10 more groups. Go ahead and crochet those on your own. Don't forget to make a chain stitch after the final group. Don't skip it. Connect to the first stitch with a slip stitch. And that finishes round 4. Next, we start round 5 with 2 chain stitches as usual. Now let's observe the pattern. We can just follow the pattern directly. Sharp sisters may have already noticed, all we're doing is crocheting 1 double crochet in each existing one. And when we reach the last double crochet of the group, we do an increase. That's the whole pattern. Last round was 2 double crochets and 1 increase. So we ended up with 4 stitches per group, which means in this round, we'll do 3 double crochets and 1 increase. First double crochet, second double crochet, third double crochet. For the last stitch, make an increase. Isn't it easy? We divide it into 12 groups here. This is the first group. This is the second group. The second group also follows the same pattern. 1, 2, 3 double crochet. Then for the last stitch, make an increase. Just repeat this process. Let me demonstrate this 5th round again. 1 double crochet. Second stitch, double crochet. Third stitch, double crochet. Now we're at the last stitch. Make an increase here. After that, make a chain stitch. This group is done. Now, move on to the next group. Follow the same crochet method, repeat 12 groups. You can finish those on your own. Now that we've completed the 3 double crochets and 1 increase and done the slip stitch, let's move to the next round. Same as before. We start with 2 chain stitches. In the next round, it's 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1 increase. Keep increasing like this. The previous round was 3 double crochets and 1 increase. So in this round, we have 4 double crochets and 1 increase. That's how the blanket gets bigger. We didn't count how many rounds we've crocheted. Our focus is only on the pattern that we crochet in the end. For this section, how many double crochets we made. The main body of this blanket uses 5 skeins of yarn. I crocheted 38 double crochets plus 1 double crochet increase. There are 82 Lily of the Valley flowers. When picked up, it's already a very big bundle. You should follow this pattern to crochet. This row of double crochets, there are 38 double crochets and 1 double crochet increase. Also, when you crochet, you can lay it flat and check. It should be nice and flat. If it starts to curl up when you're crocheting, you need to adjust the tension on your yarn. Control the tension a bit. Keep it even. If you pull it too tight, it will definitely curl up like a bowl. We often lay it flat to check. Adjust the tension of the yarn accordingly. Then, crochet according to the pattern to match the number of stitches. Then you can cut the yarn. Let me show you how to cut the yarn. I've already done the slip stitch. Now, just chain 1. That's a chain stitch. Then, just cut the yarn like this. Pull the yarn through and tighten it. It's like tying a knot. Now, take a darning needle. Or you can use your crochet hook directly. Just work a few stitches on the back here. That's all for the yarn end. Work a few stitches and then cut it when it's about right. Make sure the ring starting chain is tight. Then, just cut it off. Now that we've finished the main body, let's start crocheting the leaves. For the leaves, we're using mint green color number 49. Find any stitch to start, bring the yarn through and chain 1 to lock it. First, make a single crochet. Then chain 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip to stitches and go into the 3rd stitch. Remember to pull the yarn end. Make a single crochet and chain 5. Repeat this. Skip to stitches and make a single crochet. Then chain 5 stitches. Just like this. Single crochet and chain 5. Repeat the cycle of single crochet and 5 chain stitches. If you encounter a chain stitch, it should count 2. For example, skip to stitches and the 3rd stitch is a chain stitch. Just make a single crochet in the chain stitch. That should also count. After finishing the 5 chain stitches, join with the first single crochet using a slip stitch. Chain 1 to start the 2nd round. The 2nd round consists of flower bases and leaves. 2 chains form 1 set. The first chain is for the flower base. Start by making a single crochet in this chain. Then chain 3. Now, repeat this pattern 3 times. First, make a double crochet, then a chain stitch. This is the first time. Continue with a double crochet, then a chain stitch. This is the 2nd time. Double crochet again. Then a chain stitch. This is the 3rd time. Now, we'll start to decrease. Continue crocheting 1 double crochet. Chain 3. Then go back and make 1 single crochet. This way, both sides are symmetrical. Okay, now move to the next chain. We're going to crochet a leaf. Make 1 single crochet. Chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then count backwards to the 4th chain. Insert the hook into the back loop of the 4th chain only through 1 loop, not both. To keep it neat, just pick up 1 loop of the chain. It's simpler this way. Slip stitch into that loop, then chain 3. Go back to that same chain space. Make 1 single crochet, and that completes the leaf. Isn't that much simpler than the rose one? This part is the sepal and this part is the leaf. Next, we're going to repeat this pattern. For every 2 chain spaces, first crochet 1 sepal, then crochet 1 leaf. You can continue on your own from here. Complete the round with this pattern. Once all the leaves are done, it should look like this. Now let's move on to the flower. This Lily of the Valley flower is very simple. It's crocheted directly onto the base. No sewing required. Let's first identify where to insert the hook. On the sepal part, there are 5 big holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wheel crochet into these large spaces. You need to make 5 sets in total. Insert the hook into one of the holes. Bring in the yarn in the flower color. Pull the yarn through, chain 1 to secure. Then chain 2 more to begin. Now we're going to start crocheting 5 incomplete double crochets. Yarn over and insert the hook into that large hole. Remember to hide this yarn tail. Wrap the yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops on the hook. That's 1 incomplete double crochet. Let's continue with the second one. Yarn over. Insert into the same space. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now that's the second one. We still need 3 more. I'll do them quickly. 3 for 5. Now all 5 incomplete double crochets are done. Add in the original loop on your hook. There should be 6 loops on the hook in total. Use your index finger to support from behind. Yarn over. Pull through all 6 loops at once. Place a stitch marker in the V shape that forms. This will make the slip stitch connection cleaner later. Then chain 1 to secure. This is a 5 double crochet bobble stitch. It's puffy and round. Each flower bell blossom is made of one of these puffy bobbles. A whole flower is made of 5 puffy bobbles. So now move to the next big hole. Continue with 5 incomplete double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Use your index finger to press up again. Yarn over. Pull through all loops on the hook. Chain 1 to secure. This is the second bobble complete. 3 more to go. You can finish those on your own in the back. After 2 bobble stitches, you can cut off the yarn tail. Once all 5 bobbles are done, it should look like this. Don't forget to chain 1 after each bobble. Turn the work over and remove the stitch marker from the first bobble. This is the stitch we will use to connect. We're not going to slip stitch into the chain stitch. Instead, slip stitch into the stitch where the marker was placed. This will give a neater finish. Tighten it. Now let's work the final round. Chain 2 to start. Let's look at where to insert the hook. The stitch goes in the space between 2 bobble stitches, right here in the gap between the bobbles. Yarn over and make 1 double crochet. Then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to make a picot using these 3 chains. Insert the hook into the base of the chain, loop into the V shape, right here. Slip stitch into it directly. That's your 3-chain picot stitch. It creates a little pointy tip. Now make another double crochet into the same space. Then another 3-chain picot in the same way. Bring the yarn over and slip stitch into the V. This is the repeat pattern for the final round. In each of the 5 gaps, we'll make 2 double crochets, and each one will have a 3-chain picot. I'll demonstrate one more set. Move to the next space. Double crochet, chain 3. Slip stitch to make the picot. Now in the same space, crochet 1 more double crochet, chain 3 again, slip stitch to form the second picot. Now 2 sets are done. There are still 3 more. Go ahead and finish those on your own. Here's a little tip. Since we're working in the round for this flower, we need to rotate as we go. But the blanket is quite large and hard to turn. It can get really inconvenient trying to turn the whole thing. So instead of rotating the blanket, if you find it hard to reach the next space, like here, where you'd usually want to flip the blanket, just rotate the hook instead. Twist your hook around, and the space will naturally come back to the front. Then you can continue crocheting without fuss. This way, you avoid flipping the big blanket around. Once you've finished all 5 sets, it should look like this. Now we'll do a slip stitch to close the round. Slip stitch into the top of the chain 2 we started with earlier, right into the large loop at the base of the chain. Insert your hook into the big gap. Make a slip stitch to join, tighten, chain 1 to secure, and cut the yarn. Weave in the yarn tail into the backside. Just a few stitches is enough to secure it. And just like that, the Lily of Dabbly flower is complete. Much easier than the rosé, isn't it? That wraps up our tutorial for this blanket. Don't forget to share your finished project. Bye-bye.